Join me today as I challenge myself to find inner peace in the midst of a chaotic world. Let's see if it's possible to stay grounded, even when life feels like it's spinning out of control. Hello there, welcome again to the channel. Today, I'm challenging myself to find inner peace in the middle of one chaotic day. Can we truly stay calm when everything around us feels like it's falling apart? Let's dive into this journey and see if we can discover the secret to serenity, even in the most stressful of times. In our modern world, it feels like we're constantly running from one thing to the next, caught up in a never-ending cycle of work, commitments, and digital distractions. We've all been there, juggling multiple responsibilities, meeting deadlines, scrolling through endless social media feeds, and dealing with the pressure to keep up with everyone else. It's overwhelming, right? But here's the thing I want to talk about today. Amidst all this chaos, we have the power to create our own inner peace. So, what does it really mean to have inner peace? It's not about escaping the world or pretending everything is fine. Inner peace is about finding calm, staying centered, and feeling grounded, even when life around you is anything but calm. It's about having the clarity to make thoughtful decisions, the resilience to face challenges head-on, and the ability to stay true to yourself, no matter what's going on around you. What is inner peace? To me, inner peace is more than just a nice idea. It's essential for living a life that feels balanced and fulfilling. When we're at peace, we're more productive, we're more creative, and we're able to face life's curveballs with a clear mind and steady heart. We don't let stress run the show. Instead, we respond thoughtfully and stay aligned with our values. And that's exactly why I think cultivating inner peace is so important, because it's not just about feeling good, it's about living better. It makes us more adaptable, more present in our relationships, and more capable of handling whatever life throws our way. The struggle, stress, anxiety, and the noise of life. But let's be real for a second. Finding inner peace isn't easy. In fact, it can be downright hard. Life's challenges don't just stop because we want peace. In fact, they often seem to intensify when we're trying to find a moment of calm. Take work, for example. We all know what it's like to juggle tight deadlines, demanding clients, and those never-ending emails that just keep coming in. The pressure is real, and it can make even the calmest person feel like they're about to snap. Then there's social media. I don't know about you, but it's easy to fall into that trap of scrolling, comparing ourselves to others, and feeling like we're not measuring up. It's like everyone else has it together, right? Meanwhile, we're just trying to make it through the day. On top of that, we all face personal struggles, whether it's managing our mental health, dealing with relationships, or just navigating life's inevitable ups and downs. It's a lot to carry, and it can feel like the weight of the world is on our shoulders. But here's the thing. We don't have to let the stress, the chaos, or the noise control our inner state. We don't have to let all the external pressure dictate how we feel on the inside. The solution: finding inner peace amidst chaos. So, how do we actually find peace when everything around us seems out of control? For me, the first step is mindfulness. It sounds simple, but being present in the moment, just taking a deep breath and letting go of all the distractions, can work wonders. The more we practice mindfulness, the better we get at being aware of our thoughts and emotions without letting them overwhelm us. Another tool I use is meditation. I know, it can sound intimidating at first, especially if you've never tried it. But even just a few minutes of sitting quietly and focusing on your breath can make a huge difference. Over time, it trains your mind to become more calm and centered. When the stress feels like it's building up, I also turn to grounding exercises. For me, it's helpful to focus on my 5 senses, what I can see, hear, feel, taste, and smell, in order to anchor myself to the present. It helps me break the cycle of anxiety and get back to a place of calm. And don't get me started on journaling. Writing has always been a way for me to release my thoughts and emotions. It helps me process what I'm going through, identify patterns, and gain clarity. Sometimes, when I'm feeling really overwhelmed, just putting my thoughts on paper makes a huge difference in how I feel. Spending time in nature has also been an incredible tool for me. I know it might sound cliché, but when I'm surrounded by trees, the sound of birds chirping, and the fresh air, I always feel more grounded. Nature has a way of putting things into perspective, reminding me that life is bigger than my current worries. Lastly, I can't forget about self-care. It's easy to overlook, but taking care of our physical, emotional, and mental well-being is essential to finding peace. Whether it's through a calming bath, reading a book, or just taking a walk, these small acts of self-care are what help me recharge and maintain my peace. Find what works for you. Here's the thing. There's no one-size-fits-all solution when it comes to finding inner peace. What works for me might not work for you, and that's completely okay. The key is to explore and find what helps you feel calm, centered, and at peace. Maybe mindfulness is your thing, or perhaps meditation speaks to you. Maybe nature is your go-to, or journaling helps you reflect. The important part is making time for whatever practices work best for you, and integrating them into your routine. Personal story. A moment of peace for me. The journey to inner peace has been a process, something I've had to work at over time. There's no magic switch, and it's not something I've mastered. But I've had glimpses of peace, moments that have changed the way I view life. One of those moments happened a few years ago, when I was going through a tough time. I was feeling lost, uncertain, and unsure of the next step. But one day, I decided to go for a walk in the woods, something I'd done countless times before, but never with the intention of finding peace. I remember being surrounded by the rustling of the leaves, the chirping of birds, and the fresh scent of the earth beneath my feet. Suddenly, something shifted in me. I felt connected to something bigger than myself. For the first time in weeks, I wasn't thinking about the stress or the pressure. I was simply present. I felt at peace. In that moment, I realized that peace isn't something we find in the future, it's something we create in the present, even when things feel out of control. That day in the woods reminded me that peace is always available to us, even in the middle of chaos. We just need to take the time to connect with it. So, I want to hear from you. What does inner peace mean to you? What practices do you use to stay grounded in the middle of life's chaos? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who could use a little more peace in their life. Remember, finding inner peace is a journey, not a destination. It's not about escaping life, it's about learning to live in harmony with it. So, take it one day at a time, and trust that peace is always within reach.